Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. Two pickup trucks making love.
Listen up, Autotrops, you Decepticons. You're listening to Prime Cuts, a non-linear history of the Transformers franchise on television. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey.
I'm your other host, Mara.
And here's a fun fact for you. Particularly if you didn't listen to the last episode, which I think we mentioned it. Mm-hmm. There is an episode that we watched last week that has a direct continuation into another episode. We're not watching that episode this week. Don't worry about it.
Nope. Yeah, so the TF Wiki does go by production order. If we wanted to go in air order, we would have watched The Gambler next. But if we were going by air order, we've already fucked up. We have not done that, so I figured we'd stick with what we were doing rather than make an exception for Smokescreen's weird little gambling excursion. But we'll get to that eventually.
Mara has made her bed, and now not only does she have to lie in it, but she dragged me along for
That's
it.
Right.
So
that's right.
So,
looking at the air dates of a few of the episodes we've watched, by the way, there must have been like some kind of week-long marathon, because there's like 5 episodes with back-to-back air dates. Very
and also,
interesting.
like, credit to you. Like, air order obviously makes more sense in this particular case, but like early on season 2 makes way more sense in production order.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, and I also decided to split
it. Yeah.
I decided to split it in production order because it makes more sense talking about things that get introduced, because there's like
that's what I was saying.
You get your structure, you get your season 1 holdovers, your new guys, your combiner teams. Air order, that shit just happens whenever.
Hey, speaking of season 1, guys, Prowl was here again.
Yeah, he actually spoke.
he actually had a line, and then Perceptor spoke over him for the rest of the scene. Thank God. Good work, Perceptor.
Yep, he just had to get in. He had to sneak that line in. I mean, we haven't seen like Blue Streak or Wind Charger for fucking weeks at this point. They're gone somewhere. And
well, my favorite what in the second episode is Optimus saying about Cosmos and Omega Supreme. It's like, oh well, Cosmos is out of commission, so I have to get the only other flying Autobot.
Skyfire doesn't exist. He's not real. I don't know who you think you're talking about. That person never existed.
Yeah, that one really did make me laugh, though, because it's like one thing for like him to not show up. It's another thing to basically say he has been written out of this show for real.
He's on vacation. Extended vacation. But yeah, we're going to start with a quest for survival here, and would you believe it? Those fucking Insecticons are at it again. It's always something with these guys.
There are things in this episode, and we'll get there. But I want you, and I think probably this is what the writers also had in mind, genuinely. Mm-hmm. But I need everyone to go into this episode imagining an episode of 1950s Adam West Batman.
Yes.
That's what I need folks to have as their like cultural guidepost here.
So we start out with a pretty strong introduction to this episode's concept. There is a literal plague of Insecticons going across the world, devouring the crops of various cultural stereotypes. And yeah, that's what's going on. They have been cloned by the Decepticons, and they're just eating everything. And then, like, going back to have all of that stuff turned into energy. And if I'm not mistaken, this episode is where we get the, like, Insecticon swarm concept that pops up over and over again, right?
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen anyone besides our favorite trio of troublemakers.
Yeah, and technically the swarm is just all 3 of them copy-pasted, but the 3 of them are the ones in the lead. Which I believe is also the same thing that happens in both Dreamwave and IDW, as far as the swarms go. This beat gets repeated. But anyway, It's bad. They're eating everything, and the Autobots need a plan to stop them. Thankfully,
Again, Adam West Batman, keep it in mind.
thankfully, Optimus is already on the case. He sent Bumblebee, Soundwave, and Cosmos out to a planet called Floron 3 to get some robotic insecticide.
Which comes in a raid can that
Yep.
is the size of, that is a story tall. But
Yeah.
it is a raid can, to be clear.
I'm going to be honest, Optimus. I think you might need more than that. There's a lot of bugs out here. But
Well,
yeah.
life finds a way, as we figure out in this episode.
That's true, because as it turns out, the giant raid can isn't the only thing that's on this planet. There are also wild tentacles.
Yeah, I mean, not to get too far ahead, but I do like that the end of this episode is basically the Insecticons doing the Arthur DW. I don't, like, that doesn't refer to me because I can't read.
God, once again, the Autobot, the Decepticon Insecticon alliance is undone by both sides, unable to stop being huge dicks to the other for no reason.
And also, like, just being, like, incredibly self-serving outside of each other.
Yeah. So, by the way, fun fact about this episode, Skids is in it. Hi, Skids.
Is he
You're
really?
only
I
in-
don't think I even noticed that Skids is...
He is only in 2 episodes of the entire show, which is why he's in More Than Meets the Eye. He's one of the, like, abandoned by the fiction guys that James Roberts decided to pick up and put on the boat because, like, no one else had any plans for them.
Yeah, his city now.
Skids doesn't even get his own, like, spotlight episode. It's this, and he's like a supporting character in another episode, and that's it. Pretty
I
rough.
literally did not even notice he was in this episode.
Yeah, like, it's it's a little rough for Skids. But anyway,
It's a hard knock life out there.
let's not talk about Skids. Let's talk more about Cosmos being... Cosmos spends most of this episode being wrapped in writhing metal tentacles, which is also, I think,
Pretty hot.
it comes up in IDW Soundwave's search history, I'm sure, this episode.
Yeah.
Just Soundwave, like, looking around the space station, making sure all the doors are locked, logging on to cybergoogle.com and Googling Cosmos tentacles.
Listen, he doesn't need to worry. You know that motherfucker's under 20 layers of VPN.
Oh, yeah, you know it. But, yeah, as it turns out, these are Morphobots. They're robot plants. Sure, I guess.
Listen, if there can be, like, robotic animals, like,
Yeah.
why not have robotic flora?
So, everyone thought they were extinct, but they're not, and they're all over Cosmos. So, like, they
And
have to
yummy,
figure out...
yummy. Guess what they eat?
Yeah, so everyone... We only learned that at the very end, but yeah, they're basically like, well, we have to get these Morphobots off of Cosmos.
It's pretty clear. I mean, there's only so many things they would be trying to do by engulf Cosmos and tentacles.
Mm-hmm. And we know it's probably not one of them, so they are...
And we know it's probably not one of them, as much as Soundwave may want it to be.
So yeah, they have to go untangle Cosmos because he's got the raid can, and without that, they can't stop the Insecticons. So it cut over back.
Oh, and also, like, Spike and Bumblebee? It's Bumblebee, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Spike and Bumblebee are in Cosmos, to be clear. It's
Yeah, and they
not
get
just
out.
Cosmos.
And they get out, and Cosmos is like, hey, a little help here, guys. And they just look at what's going on and say,
That's rough, buddy.
we're going to get help. We'll be back. Sorry.
Keep your panel shut.
And then they just run away. And there's a long pause, and then when they tell him to stay put, there's a pause, and then Cosmos said, not like I'm going anywhere. Assholes. Very funny. So then we cut over to the Decepticon base, where, once again, this is the exact same thing the Decepticons do to the Insecticons every time.
Doing this. It's unreal.
Where they say, oh man, guys, I'm sorry. We only have one Energon cube for each of you. I know your swarm, like, ate all of the wheat in the world, but I guess it was only worth one Energon cube. And
Megatron
then
even has like a comment. It's just like, oh yeah, there's a lot that's lost in the processing.
yeah, well, there's like, yeah, it's like a really inefficient process. There's a lot
Because
of energy loss.
I think it's Kickback who's like, wait, that's seriously it?
Yeah.
and Megatron's like, yeah, the distillation process, like, it really, you lose a lot.
There's a lot of waste, I just kind of
Yeah.
can't use it for anything. And then he walks over he like walks into his side room, and there's just a gigantic machine pumping out energon cubes, and he goes, boy, I'm sure happy those Insecticons are dumb as shit, or they're gonna figure out we're lying to them.
The actual line is so funny. The line is,
Yeah.
if the Insecticons had any brains, they'd be dangerous.
Bro!
It's like, this is, like, those are bold words from a man who's got his ass beat by these guys several times over.
Keeps happening. You're like, these dumb Insecticons.
And it will happen again.
You know it. At least he'll stop having to worry about them once they all get turned into Scourge and/or Sweeps and/or question mark by Unicron. It's still unclear who's who in that situation, but you know how it is. Anyway,
you know how it is with future clones. What?
you know how it is with deals with the devil. What? So after that, we the Autobots roll out to where Cosmos is. And they're like, "Oh my god, we gotta fucking get these tentacles off of him."
Both the plans and the lines describing the plans in the scene are quite remarkable. So I think one of the first things out of Optimus's mouth is, "Ironhide, see if any of your liquids can active weed killers."
Yeah, you got any fucking Roundup in there, bud?
It's like, girl, Ironhide has to. If that is an option, Ironhide gotta be drinking more prune juice and cranberry juice and balancing that pH. That is
basically piss battery acid, Prime.
That is an acidic pussy. He doesn't, by the way. He doesn't have anything that can act as robo weed killers.
Of course not. There's also a scene, I don't remember what exactly the order of operations is here, but they, the Autobots have sealed off the fucking valley, right? And the Decepticons are like, what's going on over there? What they got over there? They got some of that famous robot insecticide in that valley? We should go look at that and check that out and steal it.
Just in case the Insecticons grow a brain and try
to... So they go over there and they see the wall of tentacles engulfing Cosmos, and Soundwave presumably tries to hide his boner. And great. I never see this Starscream moment at all. I think it's one of the best in the show so far, where Megatron's like, damn, that shit's crazy. And Starscream's like, all right, let's shoot it. And he says, no, we probably shouldn't. And then Starscream goes, what are you, some kind of coward? And then he shoots...
pussy?
Yeah, then he shoots at the plants, it ricochets, it hits him in the chest, he falls on his ass and goes, ah!
I mean, the best part of all of this, because we so seldom hear it, is Soundwave laughing at him.
Yeah, Soundwave and Megatron just laugh at him.
Right, like Megatron laughs at him all the time, but to hear Soundwave going, ha 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 ha, really good.
Yeah, it was incredible. But then they're like, okay, well, these things eat robot bugs, so we should tell the Insecticons to avoid this area at all costs.
Also, listen, it was super, super stupid of Starscream to do that, obviously. He does get back at Megatron for this moment later on.
Oh, he was thinking about his comeback. He was just like,
damn,
he was
that's
stewing.
crazy, Megatron, putting a lock of hair behind his ear.
He was stewing on that comeback. So, of course, who do you choose to deliver this message to the Insecticons? Your most reliable guy, the most important seeker whose name isn't Starscream. That's right, it's Thrust again. How did I not... What? I'm still baffled.
I don't know how Thrust was so erased from our collective memory.
He's everywhere in this part of the season. He just keeps showing up. Also, Dirge is finally in another episode. Good for him. All he does is get tossed around by tentacles, but he's had worse times.
And he has a lucrative career in AV ahead of him.
So then we get
And I'm not talking audio visual.
Bum. So Thrust is like, hey guys, Megatron wanted you to know that there's a valley over there with, like, you shouldn't go there. There's, like, bad stuff in there. And, of course, immediately all three of them were like, you're a fucking asshole. You're trying to hide something from us. And Thrust is like, no, really, we're not. Don't go in the valley. There's bad shit in the valley. And then they just start shooting at him.
It is really funny here that everyone is actually saying the same thing and trying to warn everyone else equally here. Yeah. Like, everyone actually does have good intentions here. It's just they all hate each other so much.
They're just too fucking petty.
Yeah. That they will never believe it, and so they keep getting fucked over by it, which is really funny.
Also, some shit I did not like in this episode, whenever Kickback is in grasshopper mode, they keep drawing his face under the grasshopper's head, and I know that's how the toy looks. It's really, I don't like it at all.
Oh, you mean his root mode face? Yeah.
Yeah, his normal face is just sticking out of there. It's like, ugh, put that thing away. You're supposed to be a bug.
Like a little head cloaca.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So 2 heads?
So 2 heads? So this is, I think, when the Autobots get to the valley, and they're like, holy shit, that's a lot of tentacles. Also, at this point, Perceptor has scienced his way into learning what the tentacles are and what they do and what he can do about them. And Prowl gets his participation and trophy by standing over his shoulder and having
Prowl's like, I'm not dead yet.
He's like, I'm not going to the fucking sunken place with the rest of those season 1 guys. I'm sticking around. You're not going to put me in timeout with Windcharger. I'm not going there. Fuck you. What did you do with Skyfire?
It truly, I think Windcharger actually has been, well, Skyfire has been. But, like, yeah. I feel like Windcharger is the second longest that we haven't seen.
I think the last time he popped up was when it was in the Prime clone episode, because for whatever reason he was hanging out with Spike for that episode instead of Bumblebee, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe they couldn't get
Was
Van
that before
Gilvezan?
or after the race episode where he, like, used the magnets to...
That was after, because that's that was the immobilizer. I think that's when the Megatron.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You're right. That was the
construction guns
immobilizer.
made the big purple thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Windcharger. I think Blue Streak at this point is also coming up on, like, where is he status, milk carton status.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like Blue Streak. I feel like I saw Blue Streak more recently than, like, Gears.
Oh man, yeah. Gears, I don't think he's popped up since
Cliff Jumper?
Oh shit. Yeah, all of the season 1 mini bots are dropping like flies. Braun too. He hasn't been seen in a little bit. He was there for the
Braun was there
That's
recently.
True.
Braun was there for Child's Play. He throws Soundwave in the stadium.
Oh right. Yeah. Yeah, Braun's the only season.
Braun was there. All
right. Just trying to keep track of who's been disappeared.
I think it's actually Cliff Jumper who's been the longest, which tracks, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's off.
They keep even when they don't kill Cliff Jumper, they kill Cliff Jumper.
He's making a murder board somewhere. Although, funnily enough, he's one of the few season 1 and 2 characters to survive the movie. So I guess this Cliff Jumper is well, then he disappears, but for reasons unrelated to him dying. It's because of the races that we'll get to. Oh boy, season 3. Anyway, it's time to stop the tentacles, and Blaster has a great idea. So he turns into an Among Us.
Well, first he starts to transform, and Optimus immediately comes. And this is a verbatim quote, by the way. Verbatim quote. Blaster, no music, please. We're in the middle of... And before he can finish that sentence, Blaster has transformed and started playing music.
Oh my god.
And it immediately does so much psychic damage to Optimus, he can't finish that thought.
He fucking hates it so much. I don't know why he hates this knockoff Barracuda by heart. ass song that Blaster keeps playing, but like he fucking hates it.
He hates Blaster so much, and it is actually possibly the funniest thing in this series at this point.
This is, however, how I react whenever I hear like that one fucking Louis Capaldi song on the radio in public. I react like Optimus. I just like clutch my head.
I blessedly have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, never turn on the top 40 station. You'll hear some cursed ass shit. Anyway, they realize that they can like basically shepherd the tentacles with the noise. They can like move them around, and so as I said,
Again,
Blaster turns into an Among Us.
Another incredible line from Optimus about this situation here as they figure this out. Who says plants aren't intelligent? The Morphobots are repelled by your music.
Jesus.
Dog!
Prime!
Jesus, dude!
There's also to go back to the one prowl line.
Yeah.
Conversation he has with Perceptor has really good fucking YouTube poop sentence mixing potential, because it's just Perceptor looking at the tentacle sample and going, very interesting. And then Prowl says, what is it? What is what? And then you just like loop that over and over again, and that's just like, I love Perceptor.
I do genuinely think that Perceptor is my favorite season 2 character.
He's great. There's a reason I think he got such a like prominent role in the movie over any other like existing season 2 characters.
For him to be they're fucking our pussies guy, but also just be like pretty charming is like pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, like none of these other fucking guys stuck around after season 3, but Perceptor has like 4 focus episodes in season 3. His ass is around.
He's in this relationship.
That's right. So at this point, they free Cosmos, and they're getting the insecticide ready, but the Decepticons have shown up to fight them off. Unfortunately, there are tentacles around, and they immediately start ensnaring people. And this is where Starscream gets the "You told me not to shoot them, Megatron."
Well, I want to say Megatron's line first, because he gets yanked like very classic porn style. I'm not gonna lie, like. We've been dancing around the erotic implications of this episode this entire time we've been discussing it. The way that Megatron specifically gets dragged is straight out of a hentai, like straight
That's
up.
Right.
And like as it's happening, he goes, "Don't just stand there with your cocks out." Essentially, what he actually says is, "Don't just stand there with your cockpits open."
But he basically is just like, stop standing around with your dicks in your hands and help me.
Yeah.
And this is, Starscream goes,
well,
but you told me not to shoot it.
What I think is really interesting is he specifically says, don't just stand there with your cockpits open, which I think was like probably a specific like choice from the writers to be like, don't just stand there with your cocks out.
Yeah, like they were certainly sneaking a little something past the network censors there. But yeah, all 3 of the Coneheads just like run over to try and help him, and they all get tossed.
Yeah.
And Starscream gets his little snide thing in, and this is when the best line ever happens, because at this point, the Insecticons have set off with their horde of clones, and they're coming to check out this valley. So when Megatron looks up and he sees the Insecticons. He says, "The Insecticons, those noble creatures, have come to save us despite the danger to our own lives."
And the Insecticons go, "Who?
Noble creatures?"
Yeah. Who is it? Is it Bombshell or Shrapnel? I can't remember. It's either Bombshell or Shrapnel who goes, "Damn, that's crazy. Well, we're hungry, so bye."
Yeah, the immediate follow-up is Kickback saying, "Our friend Megatron is in trouble," and Bombshell saying, "If I wasn't so hungry, I'd stop to help him out." And then they fly directly towards the like writhing mass of tentacles, and you can see that it shows Megatron's like face falling, and he goes, "Oh my god, what are they doing?"
So, like, here's, like, the fascinating thing about this. So, this looks like a Pharisee, essentially, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what this forest looks. So they approach the forest and they, like, see the green and not any of the metal, which is so entwined. Again, Pharisee. And they immediately just like, those asshole Decepticons! They were hiding shit from us again!
Yeah.
Like, it's like, alright, well, let's fucking eat. And it's like, are you blind? Are you stupid? Yeah, both?
They have never encountered any sort of insect-eating plant before.
And, yeah, this is the DW. That doesn't refer to me, because and, like, Megatron's like, stop!
Wait,
Like,
no! And they're like, I can't hear you!
Yeah.
And then all of the clones get eaten.
They get eviscerated. And it's like, it's kind of like the eating scene in Nope, a little bit, because they're all, like, aware and screaming, and they're like, we gotta get out of here, but then they're just getting tugged into these Venus flytrap mouths, and it's like, dang, dude.
So the
only
three
weren't stupid.
The 3 core Insecticons manage to wriggle out and escape. And of course, this ends as every Insecticon episode ends, with Megatron going, "Hey, those assholes are getting away. Let's beat the shit out of them." And leaving.
Great episode.
Every time. I forgot to mention Starscream, Sonovan, and Megatron do in fact destroy the robot insecticide when they find the field of tentacles. So that's why they cannot, once they free Cosmos, they're like, well, it's gone. We're fucked. But luckily, all of the Insecticons get eaten.
Perceptor
and then the end
was
of
right.
the
They were fucking their pussies.
And then the end of the episode is Optimus saying, get this shit out of here, shoving all of the Morphobots into a rocket and shooting it at the nearest planet with robot insects on it.
Right, so they like, the Autobots watch all the Insecticons get eaten, and their basic philosophy about it is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they, come around on the Morphobots, and they're like, wow, the Morphobots are incredible creatures, but they need to get off this planet immediately.
Yeah, or else they're going to eat everything.
Actually, the actual end of this episode is Perceptor getting attacked by Morphobots.
Yeah, and him getting wrapped up with tentacles and going, oh no.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, so they're like, call back, they're like, Perceptor, what do you think? How are you doing? And he's like, pretty bad. There's Morphobots from when we, took Cosmos back, and they're here, and I'm getting eaten, so if there's another, ship that you guys could figure out real quick, that'd be great, bye! And then the episode ends.
Mm-hmm. So that's...
Wild ending to that episode. Perceptor died.
Or something else happened. We don't know. Anyway...
It's one of two things.
The Secret of Omega Supreme.
One of two things, or just one thing if you're nasty.
That's right. Secret of Omega Supreme. Hey, this Omega Supreme guy has been around for a while. What's up with him? Well, we're gonna learn. Episode starts. Yes.
Episode just contextually, this episode has the funniest conceit for getting around how terrible Omega Supreme sounds.
Yes.
And how horrible it would be to listen to him for an entire episode that I've ever heard.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Omega Supreme's vocal tick, it's fine. You can't really have a lot of dialogue with it because usually he says 2 words at a time, and there's a colon in between them. It
would be like having Soundwave narrate an episode.
Oh, God. But yeah, so we have... the Constructicons are up to something on an asteroid in space. They're doing something. There's a bunch of ore on the asteroid, and they're mining it. 2 things that happen in this cut back to the Decepticon base. Number 1, Sideswipe is here.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the fuck this one even happened.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be Hook.
Or no, I think it's supposed to be Soundwave, because Hook is on the asteroid.
It's supposed to be Hook. Megatron specifically refers to him as Hook.
No, I think because he's talking to Hook on the radio. Because the
he?
Constructicon... Yeah, Hook is calling in saying they're ready to start extracting. I think that's supposed to be Soundwave, which makes sense. Because who else? The shoulder cannon. Yeah, and the shoulder cannon. Because they were like, oh shit, who's the guy with the shoulder cannon again? I don't know, this dude, I guess. And then they just
they're lucky it wasn't Perceptor. I guess we're lucky it wasn't Perceptor.
It would fit more. At least Perceptor has the chest window thing going on. I guess Sideswipe just turned traitor off screen. He got tired of not being relevant. Also, really, really funny, weird thing that happens. Like, Megatron turns around, he's like, all right, Astro Train, get ready to lift off. And then there's just, like, 2.5 seconds of complete silence from Astro Train as it very slowly zooms in. And then Astro Train says, okay, and leaves.
My theory for this episode, given what happens a little bit later, is that
There's a gas leak in the Decepticon base?
no,
Because
is
that's
that
my first thought was.
Astro Train specifically is devastatingly high. Because
Yep.
how Cosmos just like
Yeah.
slams into him and then like gets away and it's fine.
Yep.
He doesn't
Yep.
do anything.
Astro Train found the fucking Turbo Energon, and they partook a little bit of it. And now he's like, he can smell colors, and he's really trying to hold it together at work.
Yeah, exactly.
So, obviously, the Autobots notice this, and of course,
He took the Forever Energon.
Yeah. Starscream busting in. Astro Train? That was Skywarp's Forever Energon. You're
What?
going to be high forever. What? So, the Autobots, of course, there's one of two characters who can go into space. There's no third one. Cosmos sees what's going on. There's an asteroid. Also, I really, speaking of Prime being like a dick for no reason, or maybe this one's warranted because we've seen Cosmos's stealth abilities. He's like, yep, that's the Constructicons on an asteroid, all right. And Prime says, radio silence. Shut up. Stop talking to me.
And also getting closer and like do
Yeah.
surveillance work. And Cosmos is like, are you shitting me?
Are you sure? I'm not good at that, Prime.
Yeah, Cosmos is literally like on the edge of saying, I'm going to get captured.
And
God
so
bless that
now
funky little dude.
he's so funny. So Prime is like, okay, obviously we need more firepower for this than Cosmos. So I need to go find the only other Autobot ever who can go to space, Omega Supreme.
No
And-
other shuttles around.
And he goes to like a random forest in the middle of nowhere where apparently Omega Supreme hangs out. And he's like, hey, Omega, there's some shit going on in space and we need you to help. And Omega Supreme just like, problem, not mine, schedule, chillin'.
And then Optimus is like, okay, well, we saw the Constructicons were doing some activity, and Omega Supreme's like, what?
Constructicons.
What did you say?
On site, bitches, dead as fuck. And Optimus like, whoa, hey, what's with your like super beef with the Constructicons? I've never heard this before. And Omega Supreme says, I'm not telling you. And he says, okay, I order you to tell me. And then Omega Supreme says,
it's
okay.
like, it's like personal. So like, there's a couple things here. Like, Omega Supreme's like, it's personal. And it's like,
Yes.
this is, in any other context, this would be a messy breakup. Like,
Mhm.
this is not me, at least, even joking around. The way that, like, Omega Supreme talks about this is how people talk about, like, it's complicated. And
Like,
then,
the Constructicons love to have those.
yeah, really. Prowl, you will return in the Avengers. But Optimus orders Omega Supreme to do it, and Omega Supreme's like, okay. But before he became Optimus is like, literally, again, verbatim, actual line, can you speak like a normal Autobot?
It's like if Yoda started talking normally, he was just doing
Did you
that
just-
shit as a put on.
Did you just, like, laugh so hard you went silent for a second?
No, I was just thinking about it. I also, it's important to note, it's important, listeners, if you haven't seen it, what he does after Optimus says, tell me this story, is that he sits down on like a grassy hill, like, it looks like he and Optimus should be sitting on a picnic blanket. That's the posing they're in.
Yeah.
They're just two dudes chilling.
And my favorite part of all of this, like the coup de grace for me, is that after Optimus asks him, can you speak like a normal Autobot? He immediately switches and goes, okay, I'll try to speak how I used to before the war started. Which means, like, this is just a choice.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why he
just
does
the
the
choice
like.
he makes.
I don't understand why he does the like X Y like thing. I don't get it anymore. Anyway, it's time for another Golden Age of Cybertron flashback, which means there's two weird looking guys in here that I was really interested in.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one we see pretty shortly is this weird spindly medic guy talking to Omega Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the super spiky Alpha Trion who gets Robo-Smashed later.
I don't know if I noticed that one.
He has the same colors as like Alpha Trion, but he was just covered in spikes. But yeah, you know,
well,
this
he's
is
dead
our,
now, so
this is our Omega Supreme like backstory episode. They go over the basic stuff, which is that he used to be a guardian robot. Like every city on Cybertron used to have one of these guys that would just like protect it, and his charge was something called the Crystal City, which was like this beautiful like artistic architectural project that was in fact built by the Constructicons, who used to be normal guys.
And we're in a polycule with him.
Yeah. Don't worry about the fact that they already have Decepticon symbols. That was just the show not caring enough to remove those from their animation models.
It like was really funny though, particularly in the scene when they're getting
Robo-Smashed?
No, when they're like when they're tricking Omega Supreme.
Yeah.
Where he's like they wouldn't lie to me. They already have the Decepticon symbols. I'm like, oh dang man, come on.
Yeah, like it's clear they just didn't bother removing it.
I know.
They have them from the start. It's so funny.
It's really good.
But yeah, like, and also I cannot, you know, having Omega Supreme talk normal is one thing. However, in the flashback, he talks even differently, which is like, "Hey, it's me, Omega Supreme. How's it hanging, my friends, my good friends? Golly gosh."
Golly gosh, that's right.
It's really funny. But yeah, he and the Constructicons were in a polycule. They hung out all the time. But unfortunately, this bliss is not to last because Megatron is running around with something called the Robo-Smasher, and if you thought there weren't enough tentacles already, boy howdy, Megatron's coming in with some more.
It is crazy for this to be introduced at this stage of the game.
Yeah, so
and
you
also
may
crazy
wonder,
that it hasn't been used outside of this.
I assume it was destroyed. I thought Omega Supreme destroyed it at some point in this episode, but
maybe, yeah.
But like, I have to assume it was because otherwise he would be Robo-Smashing everyone. But yeah, remember that dumb shit from the War for Cybertron trilogy where the whole plan was to like reprogram everybody into the Decepticons? Well,
yeah.
This is where they got it from, I guess.
God, I just moved past it. You triggered my trauma.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. And this is another entry in the why are so many Decepticon things like weird mind control kink shit. This is the ultimate one of those. This one literally just fucking drills into your brain and makes you evil.
And it's irreversible, which is fucked up.
The Robo-Smasher is a walking corruption kink device. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Anyway, this happens to the Constructicons. Like, it's really funny.
Gaylor Stans could learn a thing or two about this. Listen, she's straight, okay? You're not gonna be the lesbian fantasy, like, at least make it a corruption thing.
I love that post so much.
I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
That's a new post of all time to me. That's one of the.
I know. I was like, that's immediately a heritage post.
Absolutely. So yeah, like it's really funny because Omega Supreme just sounds like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And they're like, "Hey, Omega Supreme, our best friend," and then they walk like 2 feet to the right and get Robo-Smashed. Like Megatron just pops out of an alleyway and says, "Ha ha! I've got you now." And so now the Robo-Smashed Constructicons are like, "Hey Omega, I heard Iacon is under attack. You better go help them." And he says, "Okay, my friends, who would never lie to me." And as soon as he leaves...
he's like, "But I have to protect Crystal City." And they're like, "We'll protect it with our lives."
That's right. And then he leaves and they all just immediately start like crowbarring the place down.
they're just like collecting crystal, right? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
I guess you can probably use whatever crystal the city is built out of to like refract energy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe Megatron just thinks it's gay. I don't know. Either one is just as fucking viable. Anyway, Omega gets to Ike and he's like, "Wait a minute. There's no attack going on, but that would mean my friends lied to me. But that would mean," and then he turns around and Crystal City explodes and he's like,
"Oh,
they've been robo-smashed. No!" So he has to go. He goes on the hunt for them. He's like pursuing them across Cybertron.
I mean,
he finally, yeah.
My favorite part of this is Optimus is listening and like giving commentary every so often.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
yeah, it's like,
and I understand they betrayed you, and I was like, they didn't. They got brainwashed, and like this entire time, Omega Supreme is like, I have to kill the Constructicons, my sworn enemies. It's like, what about Megatron, the one who made them this way?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, they destroyed Crystal City, but like Megatron is literally the reason they turned evil. So like, and the Robo Smasher was his device, so like it's double him. But yeah, as we said, it can't be undone because Omega finally catches them and like tries to undo it, and they once again trick him. But speaking of this once again, I'm bringing it back to the Master Builders. Where I was like, is this Impulse to help with, like, Grapple? Were they just bullshitting Grapple the whole time, or were they actually interested in this architectural stuff? And now with this episode, I'm leaning more towards the latter. Because it's like, what if that's their old fucking shit coming back up, and then they had to, like, roll it into some evil plan to keep Megatron happy? Anyway, they form Devastator and have a big boy brawl with Omega Supreme. During this, the Robo Smasher like kind of gets Omega Supreme, but not all the way. And this is basically the explanation for why he has such a flat affect and has the weird, very robotic way of speaking he does in the current timeline.
He'll never love again.
And he's like, I will never love again. And Optimus is like, damn, that shit sucks. Anyway, we're probably going to have to fight those guys, so get ready for that, I guess.
And also, if we do have to fight those guys, do it because it's the right thing to do and not because you want to kill them personally.
and Omega Supreme says, okay, but he's crossing. It's really hard for him to cross his fingers because he only has the big claw, but he's doing it somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very soon, like, it's the order of operations is so funny because we cut back to the Ark, and Teletran 1 is like, I have completed spectrographic analysis of this asteroid rock. It is extremely dense in energy. And Optimus is like, oh shit. So that means if the Decepticons in control of this, it'll have energy forever. We have to stop them. Omega Supreme, get up there. And Omega's like, yes, I will kill all of them. And then, like, as he's flying away, Teletran 1 then pipes in, by the way, the asteroid is organic. And Prime just goes, wait, what?
yeah. Teletran 1 just keeps dropping, like facts here. So they're, like, looking about the bed, and they're like, we have to destroy the asteroid. Okay. Omega Supreme is the only one who can do that. Okay. Omega Supreme goes, it's organic. What? What does that mean? It's alive. It's alive?
It's an egg. What? By that point, Omega Supreme has already arrived at the asteroid. And there's a really funny thing where he's like, Optimus is like, wait, Omega, hang on. There's more information. And Omega just reaches up and turns a dial on his chest to mute his comms.
He literally, like, my one note for this part is, brackets, red 11:55 p.m.
Yeah, he puts Prime on red. And basically he's like the Constructicons, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, it's like, for this undying rage at the Constructicons, you'd expect them to do something a lot more personal. Yeah, they blew up Crystal City, but like, you're right. Why isn't it Megatron he's single-handedly fixated on?
Yeah, like, dog, pick your battles. You used to like these guys. It's not their fault they got smashed.
They got fucking Robo-Smashed, man. There's nothing they can do about it. But yeah,
it could happen to you.
Fighting, as he is fighting the Constructicons, the asteroid splits open, and a thang pops out of it, a fucking like weird robot space dragon. And that's when Teletran 1 says, "Alert, Optimus Prime, the asteroid is its food." And he goes, "Wait, what? It's hungry, it's going to eat the Earth." And then the thing flies away. And whenever I heard the asteroid is its foods, I just remembered the what is it? Bones are their money from I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah. The skeletons. God.
So it's heading towards San Francisco, and of course who's leading. Who could possibly be leading the defense of San Francisco? Why, it's Trax, of course.
I'm about to call him a slur.
Because he's gay. Beachcomber is also there, and there's a really funny line that he has where, like, this fucking space dragon is, like, bearing down on the city of San Francisco, and Beachcomber's like, "Hey, man, we're all one with the universe." And Trax is like, "Can you shut up for 2 seconds? We're about to be eaten." Oh, do I have the exact...
There's also a point somewhere in here where the Decepticons are off looking at, like, the shit that they're mining.
Yeah, he puts it in, like, the thing. Like, Megatron's like, I'll put it in the thing to break it down to its base elements.
Well, what he actually says is, let's see how much energy juice we can get out of this.
Yeah, that's right, the energy juice.
Hey, energy juice? Hey, energy juice?
Starscream's eye just twitches in the background. He has, whenever he gives his reports, he has to call it energy juice, or Megatron will say he's gay for knowing some and throw things at him.
Oh my god, that one really took me out, I'm not gonna lie.
It's really just like him giving, like, fucking kilojoules and stuff, and Megatron just, like, throws something at him and says, "In English, how much energy juice is that?"
Do you think that like, there are ever points where, like, Soundwave and Starscream are able to agree on something, and it's about how fucking stupid Megatron is?
Yeah, I think in the behind, like, over his shoulder, they just exchange a look when he says energy juice.
Yeah, exactly.
But as it turns out, the amount of energy juice you can get out of this asteroid is none, because the energy signature wasn't the asteroid, it was the thing inside of it. So they basically just have, like, piles of dirt.
But if you want the thing that's inside it do hatch.
It do hatch, and it's out there blowing up San Francisco. This is the line that the exchanges Beachcomber Trax have when they're fighting the space dragon. He's like, "Relax, man. Remember, we're all one with the universe." And Trax says, "We're about to become one with the pavement. Duck!" So that's not going well. Once again, Teletran 1 pops in and says, "By the way, the only thing that can defeat the space dragon is Omega Supreme."
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Optimus, he's the only large guy who can go into space. Redacted has been erased from my memory banks. I don't know who you're talking about.
And
so
Optimus says, "That's weird that you even mentioned that, because I don't know who Redacted is."
Yeah, who
why would you even bring that
Redacted? Up? Also, there's Optimus says, when he's watching Omega Supreme, I think he says, "What the devil has gotten into him." Crazy thing for Optimus to say.
What the Unicron has gotten into him.
So, there's a really good, actually, I want to go back to the beginning when Optimus is first talking to Omega, where the moment where he goes all in on the operation. He's like, "That asteroid may be fuel for Megatron. The Constructicons are mining." And then Omega goes, "Constructicons enemies die." And Optimus says, "This is a military mission, not a vendetta, Omega." And he just goes, "Results same."
Yeah, it's
damn.
Like, I will say, like, the way that, like, Omega Supreme's affect, like, verbal affect, does make for some very funny lines.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, this final fight, the fight he has with the Constructicons would be much better served in a show with more animation, because I like the concept behind it, but boy, that fight scene was really dinky looking, where he just throws Devastator at a mountain and buries him in rocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Optimus basically shows up as he's shooting at Devastator. He's like, "Hey, Omega, I understand you hate the Constructicons. If we don't stop this space dragon, it's going to destroy the Earth, and that is more important than your fucking beef, all right?" And Omega eventually does listen. He makes the right choice. He draws the space dragon out to the asteroid where it eats and then leaves. And we cut to them just standing in the fucking middle of the Golden Gate Bridge, holding up traffic, presumably. And Optimus is like, "I'm glad you made the right choice, Omega. Perhaps someday you'll see that there are more important things in life than revenge." And then Omega looks into the sunset and he says, "Possibility, growing." And
But still not high.
And he has a single tear fall down his cheek.
Oh my god.
Because maybe
it's
his
classic.
emotions are still there.
Classic.
You
gotta love it, folks.
There's a reason that this part of his backstory has not really come back in any of his future variations, like the Guardian robot stuff and all that. Yeah, all of that is still there. This weird beef he has with the Constructicons doesn't really show up again.
Fine.
And I will say, for everyone keeping track, and for those who know season 2, basically all of the events of this episode will be completely eradicated by a future flashback episode. So
I keep telling you, it's just order of events. It's
the
fine.
Constructicons built
The
Megatron.
Constructicons built Megatron because they wanted a child of their own, and then he turned out to be a bad egg, and they became
nice, and they built Crystal City.
Well, yeah. Well, no, what's it called? When you're distant from your relatives.
Estranged.
Estranged, yeah, they became estranged, and then he brainwashed them. It's not difficult to figure out.
He robo-smashed them. Yeah, Wardon is gonna be such a wild episode to talk about, but that's not for a while. And before we get to that, we do have a few questions to get through.
Yes, we do. Okay, can my mouse please work? Thank you. Our first question is, so how's that 4 in a row for Cosmos being taken out and being helpless for basically the entire episode?
Look, we never said he was good at his job. We just said he was really cute. Like, he's not a smooth operator, but gosh dang it, I just love him.
I mean, I would argue that he is self-aware. He didn't want this job.
Yeah, he's literally like, I think that's even a part of his, fucking toy buyer. He's like, he wanted to be an explorer, and he basically got drafted into this war to be, the space guy. And he's not really that good at it, because his fucking vehicle mode is a flying saucer.
Okay, sorry, that was from Geist. Our second question is from Beachcomber's #1 bro, Chet. Is it fate that Bumblebee and Spike would find themselves in a similar situation, escaping from a planet trying to eat them 20 years later?
Yeah, that would happen. And also, Unicron does have a lot of tentacles.
Yeah.
And other stuff.
He's a writhy little guy.
Yeah, you get in there, there's tentacles, there's big chompers, there's all sorts of stuff going on in there.
Creamzeek asks, which Cybertronian could have been saved by estrogen? I mean, which one couldn't?
I think Power Glide would have made her worse situation, but that's just because Power Glide is Power Glide.
You know what? No, I have an answer for this. Cliff Jumper.
What is it? Oh my god.
I think she... Why don't you take some estrogen and maybe you'll calm down a little?
Nope. That's not gonna happen. Who could have been saved? I'm thinking about who's you know what? I'm gonna say Rodimus. Wait, no, never mind. That's a made her worse. That's definitely made her worse.
No, sorry. I'm fucking up. Sorry, Cybertronian... I was thinking Autobot. Soundwave.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Outside of Beachcomber, which of the Autobots is imbibing that devil's lettuce?
Well, as we covered, it's not an Autobot, but very clearly Astro Train in the second episode.
True. I would also say Trax.
Yep. Tracks. Oh my god. Fucking Dream or Nightmare blunt rotation. Tracks, Sunstreaker, Beachcomber. Who's the fourth one?
Okay. This is a bold choice. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Smokescreen.
You know he's puffing that fat cop.
Yep.
Let me show you why they call me Smokescreen Boys.
He's the fastest at hotboxing of the group.
there's like a closed fucking like chamber in the Ark. Someone opens it up. There's just it's like a fog door from fucking Dark Souls.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And you just hear Smokescreen say, "Hey man, come on in."
No, that's Beachcomber, but yes, the others are just there chilling.
That's right.
Geist asks, so what does it say about Megatron that he really got into doming other Transformers by robo-smashing them?
It says a lot. There's a lot go on with you and Megatron between this and the weird Spike fixation.
Oh my god.
Which he has another dialogue exchange with Spike in Quest for Survival. He's like, "You're pathetically," like something like that. But it's personal.
He hates the 16-year. Decepticons hate him. Local 16-year-old doesn't even know what he did.
Damn, dude.
I don't know. Like, Megatron has a lot of control issues, is what I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Men will literally mind wash other men rather than go to therapy.
Men will literally robo-smash other men rather than go to therapy.
Yeah. Chet asks, isn't it convenient that the robo-insecticide comes in a spray can-shaped canister? Yeah, dude. Sure fucking is.
And also there's no like people on that planet, so I guess it just grows like that. There's just big plants.
Yeah, no, it's actually a fruit.
It's just a very conveniently shaped fruit.
Yeah. Don't worry about
it. Naturally evolving aerosol fruit.
Well, the aerosol's how you disperse seeds.
It's like how in the Marvel comics, it's like the Transformers evolved from a naturally occurring series of levers and pulleys.
Right, yeah. It's just adaptation. It's aerosol's how you disperse seeds, and it's also a natural mechanism against anything that would eat it. Because it's a fruit, and it's robot
That's
insecticide. Right. Anyway, why was Sideswipe hanging out with Megatron? He's a turncoat.
He was jealous of all the other he was jealous of Trax and all the other new fucking season 2 guys. He's like, did everyone forget my fucking jetpack? My cool jetpack? And everyone was ignoring him, so he just decided, you know what? Fuck it, I'm joining the Decepticons.
Are you glad that the secret of Omega Supreme has finally been revealed to us? I guess?
Similar to, if you're on the Patreon feed, similar to the mystery of the Planet Master, this secret was very underwhelming and not really that much of a secret.
Yeah. Kind of burying the lead there. Decepticon Ruby asks, is Sideswipe a turncoat? Yep.
That dirty motherfucker.
Sunstreaker has not left his room in days over this.
Oh god. It's like when he dies in IDW.
They're not even brothers in IDW. Whatever. Chet asks, you ever feel so much shame and disgrace over a mistake that you develop a completely different speech pattern? No, but it's possible. I feel for him. I do feel for him. Aurora Cosmos, like the UFO asks, what other curse transformations can this squad do a la Mogus Blaster?
Well, we have seen... I'm sorry. I was about to bring up the Jurwalk mode for Skyfire, but then I remember he doesn't exist, so I can't bring that up.
Yeah, that is the one that immediately comes to mind, is the Jurwalk mode for all of the planes. Yeah,
they sometimes... I'm pretty sure that is something you can do with the Blaster toy. This happens sometimes. This also happened in Animated, when Bulkhead makes a little chair out of his back, out of like the back kibble of his truck mode. You could do that with the Bulkhead toy. I'm trying to think other weird like things you could do. The problem is there's a lot more weird half steps you could do with later toys. A lot of G1 toys were very they were very bricky. So there wasn't a whole lot of like fun in between modes. The reason Jetfire could do that was because like that was a pretty advanced engineered toy for its day, because it was a Macross Valkyrie. Anyway, I want to get a original Blaster figure so I can like make him a Muggus Blaster.
Love that.
Also, I looked it up. They are brothers at IDW.
Are they?
They are. There's a whole thing where Sunstreaker like has a spiral after Sideswipe dies because they were brothers.
I was so sure they weren't actually connected in. All right, well.
Yeah, you know who else is related in IDW? Galvatron and RC.
Oh well, yeah, the cooler siblings.
That's right.
Dead Name Stealing Faye asks, is the sexual tension between Omega Supreme and Optimus Prime at the end of Secret of Omega foreshadowing for them hooking up in Transformers Energon?
Yes.
No, here's the thing. No one knew what was going to happen next in Transformers Energon at any point, including the writers as they were writing Transformers Energon. So
it is really funny that by the end of that show, Omega Supreme was the only guy Optimus ever listened to, though.
Only guy. I mean,
like,
who else are you gonna listen to? Fucking Ironhide?
Yeah. Oh, Ironhide's talking about something. I'm gonna punch him. Fuck you, Ironhide.
Should there be more Robo Dragons in the show? I mean,
there
probably.
will be. Don't worry.
There will be, but we could always have more.
Absolutely. That's what that's the whole philosophy behind Prime Season 3. Is there's like, damn, a robot dragon is really cool.
Fuck, buddy, it sure is.
And that's also what Shockwave said. He was like, damn, robot dragons are really cool.
Yeah, Prime Season 3 is like, I think we've all had enough of Megatron. We need someone cooler. God bless Predaking. To keep my weird kill streak questions going, how would the show change overall if Omega just kind of smashed one of the Constructicons to death during the fight? Or just straight up crushed one of them, the hand or feet fuckers, while they were Devastator. It would be funnier if they did Scrapper.
Yeah, just like an IDW, so they have to find a new head.
Yeah, exactly. And then Prowl can be back in the show again.
Yeah. Also, I think this also happened at IDW because I'm pretty sure Scoop was another replacement for Scrapper. They even painted him green.
Yes.
But yeah, just like pulled off Bone Crusher and just like squished him. Jesus Christ.
Actually, Scavenger would be the funniest one.
Oh, no.
Because he's A, leg, and B, the leader. Or
kill Long Haul because he's the tummy. Also, Scavenger is not the leader. That's Scrapper.
Wait, no, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Scrapper, but Scrapper's a leg, not a.
Right, he is. I keep forgetting that he is. Yeah, I think it's Hook is the head. That's right.
Yeah, Hook's the head. So that's why I think Scrapper would be funniest because it would be both a leg, so like non-fatal to Devastator, but also very fatal to Devastator because Scrapper's gone. Yeah. Ruby asks, why did they walk so cuntily?
We forgot to mention, like, the part after he like, fixes the Constructicons. He's like, all right, guys, let's go. And then there's a shot of him. His hips really do be swanging.
Yeah, it's very much like, on the catwalk, on the catwalk.
Let's go, girls. Da, 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 da.
I was doing I'm Too Sexy, but...
Both work.
Hayvine asks, does Optimus Prime have musical anhedonia?
Only when it comes to Blaster, I guess.
No, he just hates that guy.
It's just fun he hates Blaster.
He just hates that guy.
Well, no, I think he responds the same way to Jazz's music, so I guess he just hates all music. Or maybe there's another answer. Yeah, maybe also, racist. Hey, Optimus. Hey, Optimus.
Might be doing a little bit of a microaggression. It's okay.
Hey, Optimus.
This was before state mandated harassment trainings in the workplace.
Yeah, it explains fucking Braun's behavior a few episodes back.
You can't even hate a certain genre of music anymore because of woke. Oh, damn, man.
Maybe it was better that Rodimus took over. I don't know. There were some things about Geo and Optimus.
Optimus would do numbers with the everything but country and rap crowd.
Except he loves country, so.
That's
well, I mean,
true.
I guess he's a truck, so maybe I'm also stereotyping.
Yeah. Should Optimus have told Omega that the Constructicons on Earth probably aren't the ones from Cybertron, since Megatron only built these dudes to feel evil schemes ago? I
Wait!
forgot. Okay,
There's another layer!
Okay.
I forgot!
So your theory before was actually workable, but I forgot that Megatron built them.
Yeah, I
so
forgot.
Now we're fucked.
I forgot the third part, which is they built them at the end of season 1.
Yes.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh,
so
we're in a time loop. Oh, Jesus.
Stable time loop. Oh man, where's Shockwave? Has anyone found Shockwave recently?
Oh no! Oh shit! Check that centaur real quick. He might be fursuiting again.
Check all of Soundwave's non-human kids.
What's Ratbat doing? Oh my god!
God.
I completely forgot about that.
Listen,
part.
he turns into Senator Furries.
Oh my god! I forgot they built them on Earth.
Yeah,
everything is fucked. It's all fucked.
That does throw a bit of a wrench into my previous theory. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, everything is completely fucked.
You know, the fact that there are multi-part episodes at all in the series is remarkable because it's like, I feel like the writers, after finishing every episode, had like the Men in Black memory wipe thing happen to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they were able to approach their next episode like a newborn babe.
It's really beautiful in a way.
It's oh my god.
To see the world with fresh eyes.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Anticipating a flurry of objections regarding my previous question, can you forge the two, and there's definitely only two, contradictory Constructicon origin stories into a single coherent story? Maybe leave room for one more origin.
Okay, so there's 3 things. 1, they built Megatron on Cybertron. 2, Megatron brainwashed them on Cybertron. 3, Megatron built them on Earth. Hang on.
Okay.
I've
got something.
What do you got?
I've got something. If there was a way to, like, which I think, if we take, like, IDW canon, there is, a way to safely remove sparks and put them into new frames.
Yes! Okay, because I was about to bring that up, because that's the explanation for all of the new characters in the Marvel comics. There's, like, a bunch of guys stored on the Ark that, like, they just upload into new bodies.
Yeah.
So he had the to consolidate why he builds them on Earth. He had them on in cold storage, and he was just waiting for a moment where we could commit the resources to rebuilding them. Right. Now,
and the other ones, like I said, we've already figured out the rest of them. What Constructicons wanted a kid, bad egg, brainwashed them. That's it.
You're welcome, Sunbow. We fixed all your shit. Yeah. No more problems.
And now, isn't that beautiful that Megatron has the 6 parents he always wanted?
And they can turn into one really big parent.
And he made them turn into one big dad.
Finally, you will not be able to defeat the power of my large Papa Optimus.
That was the issue with the parenting. They weren't big enough.
That's true. Yeah, he's a real handful. You need a very large parent in order to deal with Megatron.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. It's all coming together.
Aurora asks, are Constructicons like crabs and that Cybertronians just eventually convergently create a green and purple construction equipment polycule? No, these are the same guys. This is not convergent evolution.
Yeah, as established in our very sensible retcon.
Yeah. And that's our last question.
That's right. Oh, God. I can't believe I forgot about the third thing.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I feel like we're also getting hit with the Men in Black, memory wipe beam.
It's really hard to keep things straight when you're watching this show every week, because it is sort of like getting hit over the head with a baseball bat a few times when you watch these episodes.
Every time
Especially Child's Play.
Yeah. Every time I look away, I forget that Thrust exists. And that's why we keep forgetting about him being a major player in this season.
It's like, what the fuck? Why is there more Thrust? Why is he the second most important secret now? I do think it's because he has the most visually interesting, like, different wings. Because Ramjet and Dirge, they do have different wings, but it's kind of hard to tell compared to Starscream and Skyward
Sure.
and the Elite Trine. So I guess that's probably maybe what they were thinking, or maybe they just liked the color because his color scheme is also very simple, just maroon.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been Prime Cuts. You can follow us on Blue Sky, Prime Cuts Pod. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Prime Cuts. And of course, we are a part of the Noise Space Network, noisespace.xyz. Hit that site up for all kinds of delicious podcasts to pour directly into your ears after distilling them into a sort of viscous liquid. I'm Mara. You can find me on Blue Sky at marawivern.biscuit.social and on Tumblr at Cyclonus with a 5 at the end of it.
I'm Audrey. You can find me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Optimum and Prime, which is my funny robot internet joke. You can listen to the other podcast I do called Pot of Greed, which is about Yu-Gi-Oh! We're starting Zexal this week.
Oh, hell yeah. Nude aliens all over the damn place. Let's go.
So that'll be interesting, since none of us have any experience with that.
Get ready to learn Xyz summoning, pal.
I'm genuinely, as long as no one tries to make me do a pendulum, I'll be fine.
You still have one more season before that shit starts.
Thank Christ.
Don't you worry.
I've been cast in, and I'm the script editor for a radio drama called The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, which you can find the pilot of at Lydia Disappears right now, which should be coming out with its first season later this year, or very early next year, next few months. So check out news for that. And sometimes I do Star Trek themed drag, which you can find at Maxwell Warp on Instagram.
And until next time, I am going to plant some Morphobots on my windowsill so I can get rid of these pesky Insecticons that keep biting me, transform and roll out.
I'm going to kill every plant in a 5-mile radius by blasting music really loudly. Transform and roll out.
Peach.
Transformers.